All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Heat number one. We'll see Cody Porter on the front row with Tyler Davala. Rocky Harpence and Tyler Letchworth on the second row. Jeff Byers and TJ DeBlasi on the third row. Joe Hurd and Oscar Jensen round out the field for heat number one. Drivers are getting lined up on the grid. The plan is no cautions during the heat races tonight. Looks like at the moment we will have 2 heat races and all the drivers will advance to the feature. Looks like all the drivers have taken to the grid. Should see that pace car. There he goes. All 8 drivers off the grid to begin that one pace lap here at Talladega. Cody Porter will lead them down as they come down the back straightaway. They are running a fixed setup here tonight. Just one of the fun races, so they put them all on the same setup. See who is the best of the best in the draft. And will one of these drivers out of heat number one come home with that $50 prize? Pace car leading him through turns 3 and 4. It is Talladega, so when we get to that feature race, likely to see the big one at some point. Pace car is in, but remember that start-finish line here at Talladega, almost all the way to turn 1. They come through the tri-oval, and green flag is in the air. Heat number 1 underway at Talladega. Side by side, it will take these cars over a lap to get up to full speed here. And these cars, these Xfinity cars, we've mentioned it before, they have almost as much power as the Cup car, but nowhere near the downforce. A little bobble in that high line seems to be having a tough time keeping them in line. A lot of squirreliness mid-pack. Looks like 2 drivers trying to make a run. They're 3 wide through the front stretch on the first lap. Well, that did not take long. TJ DeBlasi in the 19 car trying to give a push. Tanya, I will have a talk with Richie about that. Whoa, he gets a little close, those bottom lines. Three wide back across the line. Tyler Letchworth leads at the line, but oh, what a move! Oh, Tanya, I hope you guys are okay. Tyler Davola now to the lead. Cody Porter in second. Rocky Hartpence in third. The top three get single file. Now most of the field single file. One car hung out on the high side by himself. That is Oscar Jensen as he drops back into the line. Joe Hurd lets Oscar get back in line. Jeff Byers hops to the high side. He is going to drop to the tail end. This might be a strategy move of several cars getting hooked up. TJ DeBlasi back to the high line. He's got help. Tanya, I hope you and the kids are all okay. As Tyler Davola comes around, he is going to lead with 4 laps to go in Heat 1. Back to 3 wide as they come across the start-finish line. Rocky Hartpence trying to make a move up to the high side. He's got help from Joe Hurd to come up the middle. TJ DeBlasi hanging tough up on the high side at the moment with help. Well, Tanya, as long as everybody's okay, that's what's important. Holy cow! Joe Hurd just made one heck of a power move to come to the front. He is now leading on that high line. Big slowdown for that high line coming through 1 and 2. Tyler Davola on the bottom with help from behind is starting to make his way forward again. Cody Porter with the push. Rocky Hartpence has the nose ahead as they come down the tri-oval. But Joe Hurd leads at the line with 2 laps to go. Tyler Davola has dropped to the bottom, dropped to the back. He is out of the draft. See what happened with Davola here. Did he get bumped below the line? What happened? He was up there battling at the front. Oh, he did get neck coated down below the line. White flag is in the air. Joe Hurd out front. TJ DeBlasi now in second. Oscar Jensen in third. Oscar starting to look up top. Hurd getting the push down the back straightaway from DeBlasi. Oscar Jensen's go. That's getting bumpy mid-pack as they come through 3 and 4. Out of turn 4, that long run to the start-finish line. Oscar Jensen has it at the moment. He bobbles. Oh, they bump. And across the line, Oscar Jensen pulls off the win. TJ DeBlasi comes home in second. Cody Porter in third. Tyler Letchworth comes home in fourth. Heat number 2, Braden Carroll and Landon Williams on the front row. Kyle Bartles, Dakota Long have the second. Kenny Haight, Art Hendren on the third row, and Zach Tostovan rounding out the field. All the drivers lined up, ready to go. And they begin the roll. So all the drivers in both heats will advance into the feature. The winner of the feature gets $50, second place $25, third place is $10. Do you know all the drivers want to race their way up to the front and try and bring home that $50? iRacing's new season comes out tomorrow. We could all use that extra money for the new content. Hey, if you're on iRacing, let us know what your favorite new content, what you're looking forward to the most. Let us know in the comments. Braden Carroll pulled up next to the pace car, trying to get him to run just a little bit faster. They are chomping at the bit, getting ready to go. Hey, good evening, Hannah. Thank you for the follow. Pace car drops in the long roll toward the start-finish line. And green flag is in the air. They're down and away for heat number 2. Off into turn 1. Everybody coming up to speed. Art Hendren up on the high side. Did not get a great restart. Still in the draft though. And starting to make a move toward the front. Doing great. Hannah, how are you? Landon Williams quickly into the lead. Dakota Long in second. Braden Carroll drifting back into third. Kyle Bartles now in fourth. Art Hendren still the lone driver up on the high side. Braden Carroll looking up to the high side now. He's going to get some help from Kyle Bartles. They do not have the momentum. Here we go. Braden now shoots. He gets the run out of 2. Bartles jumps to the high side. Oh, he can't get there. Kenny Haight gets to the high side right to Carroll's back bumper. Bartles gets stuck down on the bottom. Art Hendren has now pulled up to the back bumper on that bottom line. Zach Tostovan at the back of the line on the high side, staying tucked up really tight. And that outside line starting to make a move. Art Hendren jumps up to the high side, starts making his way forward. Kyle Bartles down on the bottom, no help. Whoa! Zach Tostovan power move back down to the bottom line. He is trying to use any and every opening he's got. Hannah, nope, we do broadcasting at night for iRacing. Dakota Long now in second. Zach Tostovan up to third. That inside line getting that good run. Normally we see the outside line have all the speed on the straightaway. And Dakota Long looks up to the high side, decides better of it. That bottom line, though, with more cars, seems to have the momentum at the moment. That high line just cannot keep it together to advance. Landon Williams has been out front since the first lap, now just mirror driving. Kyle Bartles shot to the high side. Holy cow, that got close. Zach Tostovan had the momentum. Dakota Long tried to stay out in front. Drops back down to the bottom. Now Tostovan on the attack with the help from Bartles at Highline, making the move. Now they'll Highline 4 deep. Side by side at the line, 3 laps to go. Tostovan leads at the line for the first time tonight. Seeing a lot more movement in this second heat. Oh, wow. Bartles goes to the high line, makes it 3 wide, all alone, no help. And did not have enough momentum with no help. He drops to the back. Looks like a lot of drivers out here in this second heat testing what they can do, when and how, getting ready for that feature, knowing that $50 is on the line. Hey, good evening, John Roberts. Oh, that got close. Bartles almost gets bumped. Art Hendren trying to jump to the high side. Now Bartles stuck on the high side, 3 wide, checks up, lets everybody clear, drops back down to the bottom. Braden Carroll on the attack as well, now up into 4th. Oh, we've got a car spinning on the back straightaway. Kyle Bartles has a problem. Coming down the back straightaway, there is Bartles up top. Or Bartles on the bottom, rather. Hendren up top. Oh, Bartles just tries to come up across the nose of Art Hendren. Nowhere to go. White flag is in the air. They come down the back straightaway. Bartles on pit road. And don't forget, folks at home, make sure you're following CRX on Facebook. They will have many more fun money races this off season. Landon Williams has gone to mirror drive and trying to protect the lead. Dakota Long has a run on the bottom. They're forward. Holy cow! Tostovan pulls off the win. Braden Carroll coming home in second. Art Hendren recovers from that back straightaway mess to come home in third. Now the drivers do get a little bit of a warm-up here. Will we see any of the drivers out on track? Does look like Rocky Hartpence is coming out. It does look like a few of the drivers have hit pit road. They are going to come out and get some last-minute practice laps in here during the warm-up. Art Hendren now rolling off track. Art had that problem with 2 laps to go. Kyle Bartles coming across the nose, but kept his foot in it. Managed to save the car, keep advancing. And finished third in heat number 2. Heat number 2 is definitely a great indicator of what we're about to see here in the feature. Every pass, every move is going to count with the winner pulling off $50 here tonight. It looks like some of the drivers have just decided to, instead of warming up, get the wrecking out of the way early. Braden Carroll rolling back off pit road. It looked like they were trying to form up for a pit party. That didn't go well. Oh, Cody Hartpence just Cody Porter rather. Here we go again. Braden Carroll coming off pit road one more time. Rocky Hartpence appears to be the only driver actually out on track getting some last-minute practice in here. All right, those of you on iRacing, let's hear it. What are you looking for? Whoa! Cody Porter took flight. So we're curious to hear what piece of new content are you guys looking forward to the most when the new iRacing build releases tomorrow. I know me personally, I am looking forward to that new Audi R8. Looking forward to giving that a spin, as next season you will see me back behind the wheel a lot. I'm hoping to get a lot of racing in. The first few weeks, probably just going to be 1 to 2 races a week. After that, let's go. Dakota Long, some of these drivers, holy cow! Some of these drivers obviously getting some practice laps, or practice celebrating in case they pull off the win tonight. TJ DeBlasi practicing his burnouts here. Unfortunately, at the moment, none of the drivers available in Discord to interview. Hopefully, we'll be able to talk to the top three after the race. Dakota Long, Cody Porter, and Rocky Hartpence having a little bit of fun out here. Body panels are flying off these Xfinity cars. Hey, good evening, Brian Hewitt. How are you? Dakota Long looks like he will have to go to the backup car. That thing is about toast. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we have been waiting for. It is time for the big money event. Oscar Jensen and Zach Toast have been on the front row. TJ DeBlasi, Braden Carroll have the second. Cody Porter and Art Hendren on the third row. Tyler Letchworth, Landon Williams have the fourth row. Jeff Byers, Dakota Long round out your top 10. Rocky Hartpence starting in 11th, next to Cody Haight in 12th. Joe Erd starting in 13th, Kyle Bartles back in 14th, Tyler Davala starts back in 15th. They have a 55% fuel load here tonight that will require a pit stop. They do have one fast repair and unlimited green-white checkers. That could make things really interesting when we get down to the end of this one. All the drivers out, single pace lap here at Talladega. Some of these drivers are known well all throughout iRacing. Some of the best, some of the higher I-rating drivers out here tonight, including Oscar Jensen, Cody Porter, TJ DeBlasi, Landon Williams, and Dakota Long, all over 5,000 I-rating. As well as Tyler Davala there at the back. Expect to see some of these names in Road to Pro in 2024, but for tonight, we've got them here in CRX. $85 total in prize money, $50 to the winner. It's going to be a dogfight for 50 laps. Here we go. Green flag is in the air. They are down and away at Talladega. A lap and a half to get these cars up to full speed. Braden Carroll quickly dropping to the tail end of the field, trying to play it safe here in the early going. Top two single file at the moment, Oscar Jensen and TJ DeBlasi. Zach Tostovan up on the high side, trying to make his way to the front here early. Art Hendren up on the high side now as well. Looks like Art is choosing to drop back to the back. He is going to try and play it safe. It is 50 laps. They have to make it to the end, which means the car has to survive, and we know at some point the big one will break loose. Cody Porter has now made his way up to the front on the high side. Cody has the push up top from Zach Tostovan. Surprisingly, at the back, they're 3 wide. Kyle Bartles, Joe Hurd, Braden Carroll were 3 wide for a moment. Now it's settled back into 2 wide. Tyler Duvall was the only driver to not finish heat number 1. He is making his way forward, already up 6 spots into, or now 7 spots into 8. Also has the fastest lap so far. Dakota Long, another driver, has dropped back just a little bit here. Zach Tostovan currently dead even with Cody Porter. Everybody side by side. That group that broke off dropped to the back. Kyle Bartles, Rocky Harpence, Braden Carroll, all sitting there pretty much settled in single file at the moment. Nobody really pushing the issue. Wise choice, only 4 laps into a 50-lap race, knowing they will still have to get to pit road at some point. Three wide at the front this early is a big surprise. Oh, Art Hendren was trying to shoot to the high side. 3 wide, smacked the wall hard. Yeah, the right side of that car got scratched up pretty good there. Likely affected the aero, may have affected the handling. He can hang out as long as he can hold on to the draft. He should be okay until they hit the pit stops. Oscar Jensen has dropped back to the back, as has Landon Williams. Both drivers have been up front already in the feature, but have dropped back to the back, playing it safe for the time being. Meanwhile, Cody Porter continues to lead TJ DeBlasi in second, Tyler Letchworth in third, Jeff Byers fourth, and Joe Hurd in fifth. Joe Hurd, though, now leads the high line as holy cow. Cody Porter shoots up the track all the way to the third lane. DeBlasi had the lead on the bottom, and what a run! Zach Tostovan just shot through the field. Now Tostovan on the high line, no help. Looks like he might be able to drop into that gap in front of Letchworth. He does. Slides into fourth. Tostovan just shot through that field to pick up several spots. Now Tostovan back to the high side. Cody Porter reeling him in. They are going to work to... Oh! Porter may have given him a bad bump draft there. Tostovan gets a little squirrely. Everybody keeps moving. Art Hendren, despite that hard smack into the outside wall, is starting to move forward again. Does look like that car might be still be struggling a little bit, but in the draft he can pull up. He is not down on power at least. Tostovan leads that high line. Joe Hurd leads the race on the bottom. Now Tostovan shoots up high. As Jeff Byers slips up into fifth past Cody Porter, that high line. Tostovan and Art Hendren now dropping back. Everybody's back single file for the moment. Neither Tostovan or Hendren can find a gap to get back in line. Kyle Bartles, meanwhile, now up into second place. TJ DeBlasi in third, Tyler Letchworth in fourth. Jeff Byers currently runs in fifth. Zach Tostovan has not given up on that high line yet, and he has been making moves through this field like crazy. Oh! Cody Porter and Braden Carroll bump drafting down the back straightaway. Both of them get a little squirrely there. Both of them able to save it. Braden attempting to bump through the turn. Holy cow, we've got our first incident of the night. Cody Porter is around. Caution out, lap 11. Let's take a look and see what happened. Coming out of turn 4 down the fro, another bad bump is what it looks like, and it really sent that car squirrely. But man, what a recovery by Cody Porter. Take another angle at this one. There they are coming out of 4. Oh, Braden just bumps him at the wrong moment. Cody spins it around though, sticks it pointed the right way, gets back on it. No harm, no foul. And other than the bent up back end from the bump drafting, it doesn't look like Cody Porter took any damage from that incident. Everybody coming to pit road, 4 tires and topping off on fuel. Do not believe anybody can go the distance from here. However, if we see a series of cautions, They might be able to stretch it. Everybody hits their pit stalls perfectly. Looks like everybody's going to take 4 tires here. No 2 tires. Oh! A little excitement coming off pit road. TJ DeBlassie and Kyle Bartles, a little tap coming out. See if we can get a look at this. Oh, yeah, they definitely had a bit of a bump there as they exited pit road. See if we can get a look at both cars. There is Kyle Bartles. No damage on the left side of Bartles' car. Trying to see if we can get a look at the right side of TJ DeBlassie's car. Unlikely that there is any significant damage to that car. Was a fairly minor bump, but not something you usually see. Talladega's pit road exit is wide and plenty of room. Braden Carroll, the back half of the field, coming back in to top off on fuel. Art Hendren stays out. He'll move up to about 7th place. From 8th on back, they are all on pit road. They must think they are going to be able to pull this off without stopping again. 37 laps to go when the green flag drops. It'll be a bit of a stretch if they can make it work. Few of the drivers were aiming for the blue cone, but nobody gets the cone. Joe Hurt, Kyle Bartles will have the front row. TJ DeBlassie and Tyler Letchworth on the second. Zach Tostev and Jeff Byers on the third. Art Hendren, Landon Williams on the fourth. Rocky Hartpence and Braden Carroll rounding out your top 10. Here we go. Pace car drops in. Remember, they have that long, long run back to the start-finish line. Joe Hurd will be in control of the start. They are in the zone. Green flag back in the air. Barney the flagman getting his workout in, waving that green flag. Top 5 quickly get single file. Top four get a little bit of a gap on Zach Tostovan. Tostovan, though, quickly drafts back up. Meanwhile, a little bit of battling going on, 6th, 7th, and 8th. That top five single file, those cars behind, gonna have to get it straightened out to stay with that lead group, and they do. Braden Carroll, Tyler Davola now pulling back up to the back bumper of Tostovan. Jeff Byers right there with them. Here comes Art Hendren. Art having that car repaired, back in the fight. Landon Williams back in 10th. Cody Porter sits back in 15th at the moment. Mostly just hanging out in the draft for the time being. No reason to push it. He's already had one incident tonight. Does not want to have another one. Wants to be there at the end. Joe Hurt, Kyle Bartles, nose to tail. Art Hendren was up on the high side, dropped back down to the bottom. Now it looks like Rocky Harpence tries to make a move up to the high side. No help from behind. Jeff Byers is going to the high side by himself to see if he can make something happen here. But he is going to start falling back without any help. Art Hendren has come to the high line. Joe Hurd pulling out of line. He is going to drop back to the back. Likely a fuel conservation move. That puts Kyle Bartles into the lead here, and it does look like we're seeing a few strategies out here already designed to save some fuel. It is unlikely the drivers can go from here on the fuel load that they have. But if they're even close to it, the drivers will make some attempt to save some fuel and make it to the end. The top four tucked up close, single file. Braden Carroll back in 5th with help from Tyler Davola in 6th, staying right there in striking distance. And most of the rest of the field, for the moment, pretty evenly spaced out. Everybody still within the draft, but everybody giving each other room. They don't have to push it back here. Plus, with that little bit of gap, it will help keep the engine temps down. Jeff Byers jumps up to the high side once again, trying to get the run on Harpence here. He's just ahead of Kenny Haight, but can't make anything happen. No help up top at the moment. Most of the field content to turn laps here, just make it down to that final sprint to the end. When we hit about 15, maybe 10 laps to go, things will get chaotic. Really surprised to see anybody trying to conserve fuel this early, especially with the drivers knowing they have an unlimited number of green-white checkers here tonight. Fuel strategy may become irrelevant by the end of the night. Currently, biggest mover of the night is Kyle Bartles, up 13 spots in the lead. Tyler Davola back there in 6th, currently up 9 spots. Oscar Jensen, meanwhile, has dropped back 10 spots into 11th after starting up front. We have seen Oscar lead very, very little of this race. Looks like Oscar may be playing some conservation of his own here. Art Hendren now moves back up to the high line. He has been trying to make his way forward as well. Joe Hurt finally making his way forward, now up into 7th. Jeff Myers, who had been jumping to the high side trying to advance his position, has now dropped back to the tail end of the field. He is in 15th. Art staying a little closer to that low line, maybe trying to pick up a little bit of side draft on the straightaways, but then moving up to have clean air through the turn. Art, unable to make it work, though, has now dropped back. And most of the field, again, single file. Zach Tostovan sitting patiently there in 4th. A little space between him in front and behind. We have seen Tostovan make some major moves here so far tonight. As we approach the halfway point, him sitting there in 4th, he is fairly safe. And well, like I said, we have seen him make some big moves to shoot up several positions, sometimes in a single turn. Kenny Height currently in, looks like 10th place. Oscar Jensen still holding back in 11th. Nobody really making any moves at the moment. We are seeing a few cars jump out of line just enough to cool the engine. When they get stacked up close, no air gets into that radiator, cools the engine down. These cars can start overheating in as little as 5 laps if they aren't getting enough air. And we have seen many racers race end here at Talladega and at Daytona due to an overheating engine. 25 laps to go here at Talladega. Every one of these drivers right now is checking their fuel mileage, checking their calculations, planning their strategy, knowing that $50 goes to the winner. Kyle Bartels is definitely watching that mirror very, very closely. TJ DeBlassie, Tyler Letchworth, and Zach Tostovan, though, not making any moves just yet. However, Joe Hurd is starting to make some moves. He is making the side draft work. He got a run, managed to pull up a couple of spots, but now is dropping back. Just no help yet. Kenny Haight and Oscar Jensen have fallen back just a little bit. They are still within the draft. Barely. They are about half a second back and closing in. Same situation with Dakota Long and now Cody Porter. They lost a little bit of ground, but now starting to pull back up. Jeff Byers may be out of the draft, and Art Hendren is out of the draft at the moment. Joe Hurd may be using this opportunity right now to learn a thing or two, and this may pay off. He has found ways to pick up a spot or two here and there on the high side by himself, and it comes down to the last lap. That may be all he needs. If Joe Hurd comes home with the win tonight, this right here is how he got it done from what he learned trying to advance his position by himself. Jeff Byers just set the fastest lap of the race. Back in 14th, Art Hendren, and is pulled back up into the draft. Art Hendren is gaining. Art may not be out of this thing just yet. Art does definitely. We've seen Art race time and time again. That man does not know how to give up, and it pays off. Joe Hurd on that high side has now made his way up into the top 5. And guess what? Jeff Myers has moved back up. He is trying to pick them off one at a time solo. The top 3 put a little breathing room between them in 4th place. Now Joe Hurd. Joe Hurd single-handedly has run his way to the front. Cody Porter down on the bottom. Now sees Jeff Byers, and look who's there, Art Hendren. Those two hooked up top. "20 laps to go here at Talladega." Starting to see drivers get hooked up with teammates, with friends, And strategies are definitely starting to be discussed here. The big question is looking in your mirror, deciding when you're going to go, and wondering who is going with you. Kyle Bartels has led the majority of the laps here tonight, and all but one of the laps since that caution at lap 11. And the back half of the field is on pit road for fuel. The top 5 stay out. Everybody else has come to pit road. Will it be 4 tires or 2 here on this stop? TJ DeBlasi looks out of line for just a moment down the back straightaway. Will the top 5 come in? It looks like right sides only for the rest of the field. Jeff Byers, Art Hendren appear to be the only 2 drivers to take 4 tires here tonight. The top 5 are in. Oh! And a few close calls there. Tyler Letchworth definitely slid his car into pit road. Braden Carroll and Tyler Davala out front of the drivers that have completed their stops. They are pulled in tight together. The rest of the field is still spread apart. And here come the top 5. The last ones onto pit road, led by Zach Tostovan. TJ DeBlasi right there with him. Tyler Letchworth coming out. Here comes Braden Carroll. And Tyler Davala. They come by. Letchworth hops up. He will get to hook up with Landon Williams back behind. Zach Tostovan now has the lead. TJ DeBlasi in second. But here comes Braden Carroll on the high side. They have got a big run. With a big push from Tyler Davala, Braden Carroll takes the lead. 17 laps to go. Art Hendren is back on pit road unexpectedly. And Kyle Bartels, who led up until pit stops, is now all the way back in 13th. He is trying to stay with Dakota Long. Jeff Byers. With the number of laps left, as these cars get grouped up, they will be picking up speed. The more cars they pick up, the more speed they will get. But will they have enough time to catch this lead pack, which is now 6 cars deep? As Tyler Letchworth jumps up to the high side with help from Landon Williams. Letchworth just set the fastest lap of the race. He is in full slingshot. Coming by, will he be able to get to the front and take the lead? Into turn 3, Letchworth has the nose ahead. Oscar Jensen, Rocky Hartpence right behind. They are pulling up into this lead pack now as well. They're coming to play. Rocky Hartpinch just set the fastest lap of the race. He and Oscar Jensen, the first two cars to break the 50-second mark. And they broke it by almost a quarter of a second. Art Hendren back out on track, but he goes another lap down as the leaders go by. A heartbreak for Art. In the lead pack now 8 cars deep. Cody Porter leads us a 5-car run. They're about 9 seconds back. However, it looks like Kenny Haight was trying to make a pass. Couldn't, drops back to the tail. Cody Porter leads this group. If they tighten up with the battle and going ahead, they might stand a chance to gain ground on that lead pack. And Landon Williams has now gone to the lead. TJ DeBlasi on the high side has the push from Zach Tosteven. It's starting to get more aggressive in this lead pack. Cody Porter's group, single file, is starting to gain ground. They are 9 seconds out of the lead pack with 12 to go. Do they have enough time? I have seen groups come from further back than this in less time, but they have got to stay single file. They have got to stay pushing and working together to make it happen. And as long as this lead pack continues to battle, well, that second pack still in the hunt. And they will run up on this lead pack with a lot more speed. Could we see Cody Porter pull off the win here? One of these 5 drivers still could pull off the win here. Cody Porter, Dakota Long, Jeff Byers, Kyle Bartles, and Kenny Haight. Oh! Caution! Caution is out! Lap 40. Tyler Letchworth involved. Let's see what happened here. There they come down the back straightaway. Oh, looked like Letchworth might have just gotten a bad bump. Sent him off. He gets hard on the brakes, but gets the inside and outside walls. Credit to Tyler Letchworth for getting that car off the racing surface before that second pack got there. And now they will restart with less than 10 laps to go. Most of these drivers will still have their fast repair available. Tyler Letchworth likely about to use his. And it looks like some of the leaders are going to come in and top off. TJ DeBlasi, Zach Tosteven, Kyle Bartles all stay out. Art Hendren will be the lucky dog here. Will get one of his laps back. Art jumps up to the high side. Will get the wave past the pace car. He will still be one lap down, but this race far from over. Art is not out of this yet, folks. And we were talking about that group led by Cody Porter. They were actually gaining ground. Before that caution came out, they had gained a second. They were less than 8 seconds behind the lead pack. Now they are not behind at all. Cody Porter, who led a lot here in the early going, will now have the shot he was looking for. All pit stops have been completed that are going to happen here. Only the top 3 did not come in. Jeff Byers took fuel only. Art Hendren gets waved around. Again, he will be back on the lead lap. Jeff Byers took fuel only. Everybody else took 4 tires. Braden Carroll is back on pit road. Braden was on pit road an extended amount of time. Looked like he was getting some repairs. Let's see what he does this time. Just topping off the fuel here. These drivers are expecting multiple green-white checkers, apparently. Lights are out on the pace car. Looks like they are going single file in the last 10 laps here. Nope, they are using the choose cone. So they will go side by side for the restart with about 7 laps to go at the line. The real question is, will they finish it in 7 laps, or will we see a green-white checkered? And if we get a green-white checkered, how many? Everybody stacked up side by side. DeBlasi and Bartles almost kiss coming down the front straightaway. Pace car heads in. Once again, that long drive to the start-finish line here at Talladega, holding that car back. DeBlasi in control of the restart. He is in the zone. Green flag is in the air. They fire and are away. DeBlasi got a good launch. That inside line did not get going. Kyle Bartles now dropping back as Landon Williams hops to the high side quickly. Zach Tostovan quickly got up into the front of that bottom line. Now we've got a third line forming. 3 wide at the front. That third line not able to build the momentum quite yet, but they are hooked up. Meanwhile, DeBlasi in that middle line is pulling his group ahead. And look who's in third in that line, Jeff Byers. Meanwhile, Landon Williams drops down to the bottom in front of Tostovan. Out of turn 2, it is side by side. It got a little spicy through 1 and 2. Into 3, and now it is the inside line that has the advantage coming through 3 and 4. Landon Williams leads it, but DeBlasi, big run out of turn 4, up top. Third line has come apart, but is now trying to reform, and DeBlasi leads at the line. 5 laps to go at Talladega. And Braden Carroll has found himself out front. There is body panels coming off the cars. A rear bumper came off. They are bump drafting so hard on the backstretch. There are no friends, no teammates left on track. 4 laps to go at Talladega. TJ DeBlasi leads again at the line. Brandon Carroll gets the big run through the turn. Oh, they're wrecking behind. The big one, caution. And we will get our first green-white checkered of the night. On the bottom, Kenny Height, just gets pushed, gets a little push, slides up the track, collects Tyler Letchworth, and everything pops off. Just slides up a little bit. Cody Porter gets a piece of that one as well. Porter once again, though, gets it turned the right way. Tyler Letchworth, heavily damaged, had to tow to pit road. Art Hendren did come through that, and I think he made it through unscathed. Looks like Cody Porter has minimal damage on the back end, but looks like all of them headed to pit road at the back. Zach Tostovan, Tyler Duvall, Cody Porter, Jeff Byers, Art Hendren, and Kenny Height on their way in. Tyler Duvall in, Zach Tostovan in. He is getting tires. Braden Carroll, who had just taken the lead about a lap before, now out front with TJ DeBlasi and Landon Williams. Back behind, Joe Hurd, Kyle Bartles round out your top 5. Oscar Jensen, Dakota Long, Rocky Hartpence, Jeff Byers, Zach Tostovan, your top 10. Kenny back out on track. Art Hendren back out on track. Cody Porter begins to roll back out, as does Tyler Davala. Tyler Letchworth, though, still on pit road. That is a long tow at Talladega. And likely a heartbreaking end to his run. Braden Carroll will be in control of the green-white checkered start here. Coming out of turn 2, you'll see the drivers begin to choose. They'll use that blue cone at the exit of pit road to determine which lane they will start in. Lights are out on the pace car. They will stack back up for the green-white checkered at Talladega. The winner gets $50. The drivers are going to be in a dogfight for this one. Will this be the only green-white checkered? That is the question. Braden choosing the inside line. DeBlasi to the outside. Landon to the inside. Two laps to go. You have nobody to help. You can't count on your friends. You can't count on your teammates. It's you, the car, and the mirror. Neither driver on the front row has any help or any love from anybody behind. And any one of the 14 drivers still on track is in this fight. Pace car heads in. They begin the long drive to the start-finish line one more time. Braden Carroll in control. He's in the restart zone. Green flag back in the air. Green-white checkered finish at Talladega. And everybody is full throttle across the line. Cody Porter already making a move up the middle. Jeff Byers trying to build some momentum out front. Braden Carroll still has it. Big push from Landon at the moment. But TJ DeBlasi on the high side also has a big push from behind from Joe Hurd. The outside line falls apart just enough. Oh! The leader is around. Cars are flying. Caution is out. We'll get another green-white checkered. Braden Carroll, Cody Porter, all involved in this one. Let's take another look at this. Braden getting a big push. Landon Williams just looked like he got squirrely. He checks up, gets pushed. A lot of body panels went flying. Looked like Cody Porter lost his front end. Watch Cody Porter there on the high side. There is the spin. They come back up. Cody Porter loses his hood and his entire front clip. It appears Cody Porter also lost his engine because he towed to pit road. Kenny Height is on pit road as well. And it looks like as of now we will be down to 12 drivers on the restart. Rocky Harpent, Zach Tostovan, and Braden Carroll all in, likely for repairs. Braden Carroll actually did not look like he had hit much, but looked like more than we noticed because that car is pretty messed up. Landon Williams will now be at the front. TJ DeBlasi in second. Joe Hurd in third. Kyle Bartles in fourth. Dakota Long in fifth. Jeff Bryers, Tyler Duvall, Art Hendren, Rocky Harpence, and Braden Carroll will round out your top 10. Looks like Braden had saved his fast repair all night long to make it to this moment. So he is still in the fight here, folks. So we will get our second green-white checkered finish. With 12 cars on the lead lap, still in the fight. I stand corrected, it looks like 11 cars in it. Kenny Height, Zach Tostovan, both out now. 11 cars battling for that $50 winner's prize. You folks watching at home, any predictions? Will they make it to the checkered this time? Will we see another green-white checkered? And who is going to pull it off here tonight? And it looks like Landon Williams is dropping to the tail end of the field, likely taking responsibility for that incident. So now TJ DeBlasi will have the lead on the restart. DeBlasi choosing the outside line. Joe Hurd will have the inside. And 11 cars will battle it out for one of those paid top 3 positions. $50 to the winner, $25 to second, $10 to third. And don't forget, make sure you're following CRX on Facebook. They will have many more of these events over the winter season. TJ DeBlasi will be in control of the restart. Pace car drops in. Two laps to go at the line. They are in the restart zone. Green flag is in the air. They are away. And the inside line did not look like they got moving at all. Cars already making the jump up to the top. DeBlasi leads into 1, but Joe Hurd makes it to the lead. Down the back straightaway, side by side, Kyle Bartles pushing DeBlasi. They get bumpy. One car is off track. He is out of the racing surface. No caution. It is Tyler Davala out. DeBlasi has the lead coming through 3 and 4. Big push from Dakota Long. Dakota now drops to the bottom. Here they come. White flag is in the air. One more time around. Dakota Long takes to the lead. Push from Joe Hurd. Hurd moves halfway up. He's going to try and make a move. Dakota blocks. They're 3 wide back behind. Down the back straightaway. 3 wide. Dakota on the bottom. Joe Hurd in the middle. DeBlasi no help up top. Through turns 3 and 4, they race to the start-finish line. Joe Hurd has it, but now it's stuck in the middle. 3 wide, Dakota Long on the bottom. Here comes Rocky Harpence. And at the line, Dakota Long pulls off the win. Rocky Harpence coming home in second. Braden Carroll has an amazing recovery. Coming home in third, Landon Williams in fourth, and Joe Hurd finishes fifth. Wow, what a finish, what a race. Watch Dakota down the back straightaway. It looked like Dakota was going to lose this one. Joe Hurd shoots up to the middle. Big push from Braden Carroll. Out of turn 4, looked like Hurd had it. Tried to get to the bottom and then ends up swallowed up 3 wide. So Dakota Long will come home with that $50 prize tonight. Rocky Harpence comes home with $25, and Braden Carroll finishes third and wins $10. Great finish by that top 3. We'll give them just a moment to see if any of them come join us. Meanwhile, we'll get a quick word with our fearless leader, Robert Colgan. Robert, that was definitely a wild finish, man.
Yeah, I'd say. I mean, they were giving me a difficult time. I had to throw a couple green white checkers there and actually pay attention some there, huh?
Well, it all worked out in the end, man. That was one heck of a battle all night long.
Yeah, they got into a spot where they were saving fuel, doing single file, and I almost felt like telling them I was going to throw them a caution there if they didn't get racing. But it was pretty interesting, and they made it interesting there to the end.
Well, man, you put on a great event. We're looking forward to many more, man. Great job tonight.
Yeah, I mean, join the Discord at CRX there, and just holler at me if you want to join. I think the next race we're going to do a free entry, probably same prize pool. Probably do another plate race, maybe do a different car. But anyone that's interested, just come on out, get a hold of me, and we put the password in the Discord on Tuesday, right before the race, usually during the day. Share with your friends and whatever, and come on out.
All right, buddy. Great job tonight.
Yep, thank you.
And it looks like we do have our top three, so let's start with Braden Carroll. Braden, I had to say, it looked like not long ago you were out of contention for this one. To come back and finish third was a great comeback.
Well, thank you. It was a pretty good comeback. My teammate kind of turned to me at the end, but it was a good fun race.
It was a good fun race. Obviously not the biggest money, but knowing that iRacing has new content tomorrow, an extra $10 definitely going to help.
Oh, 100%. I mean, I had a lot of good fun in this race, and I was able to go from the back to the front at the end, and it helped with obviously other stuff going around, but I feel like I made the right moves in the end. Might have been able to get second, maybe even the win if I pulled out of line earlier, but yeah, I'll take it. It was fun.
Well, man, a great job tonight. A great comeback. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Rocky Hartpence comes home in second. Rocky, you were almost disappeared. Like the second half of that race, you were hanging out towards the back of the top 10, sometimes the back of the field. Suddenly, there at the last lap, you're in the mix and pull off second place.
Kind of funny how that works, right?
It definitely is.
Yeah, man, I was just, saving our stuff. I mean, there was reduced fuel, so I knew we were pitting and everything, so just trying to, cut that last stop as much as possible if it went green. So mostly just chilling, saving fuel. You know how these things can go. They can get either pretty hectic or just kind of chill till the last lap, and it was fun. I liked that last green-white checker.
Well, it definitely went your way, man, and that was a great green-white checker there at the end. Congratulations. The money definitely not going to hurt, and a great, great finish.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, happy for Dakota. Glad I could push him to the win. Teammate there over at Express. Like to thank the guys and everything like that. CRX had fun. This is my first race in the league, so it was a good time.
All right, great job, Rocky.
All right, thanks, man.
And our winner, Dakota Long. Dakota, man, I honestly on the back straightaway thought it was over for you, and it just worked out at the end.
Yeah, man, I definitely had to do some wheeling right there to save the car. But luckily I was able to get it back under control and go down to the bottom. I seen the run was coming, and I knew Rocky was on the bottom, and he had nowhere to go if I just blocked. So I was able to just keep the lead from there.
Coming out of turn 4, Joe Hurd almost got you. He started coming down, just barely had the nose in on him. Did you think he had you beat?
Yeah, definitely. I knew Braden was pushing him, but I knew that Braden was eventually going to jump out at some point to try to get the win. So, like I said, I knew if I just blocked the bottom had nowhere to go, and eventually, if you're on the bottom, usually you can keep the run and momentum to the line. So it all worked out, man.
Well, it worked out perfectly. A $50 win tonight. Man, great job. Congratulations. A great win, Dakota.
Thanks, man, and thank you guys for putting this on for us. We appreciate it.
A great win. Have a great night. Go celebrate, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Dakota Long pulls off the win at Talladega. What an awesome event put on by CRX. Hopefully, many more to come over the off season. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to come back Thursday night, Home Motorsports and the HTSAI Community Convoy, and who knows what else between now and then. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have a great night, everybody.